Hello, and welcome to 5-Minute Math. Today we are looking at the 4th grade concept of measuring angles. This is standard 4.7C in the great state of Texas, and we are using item number 25 off the 2017 released STAR test. If you have not done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it, and then we will look at our answers together. So we have an angle, and it is angle Q. So we're measuring this right here. And we have this protractor. So protractor is a tool that we use to measure angles, just like we use a ruler to measure length. So we need to find the measure of angle Q, and they're going to give us 4 different answers: 70, 150, 30, and 110. And we can actually use our knowledge of angles to kind of help us drill down a little bit. So we've got 3 different types of angles, right? Obtuse and acute. And we always start with right because that kind of anchors us. So a right angle is a 90-degree angle. It is a square corner. And so usually it has a little square right there. It's the corner of a square or rectangle. So an acute is anything that is less than 90 degrees. So it's a little bit slimmer. And then we've got an obtuse, anything larger than 90 degrees. So it's usually a little bit bigger. And if we were to kind of eyeball this, I would think that a right angle would kind of look something like this. So I'm thinking it's bigger, just a little bit bigger than 90 degrees, which means my guess is that it's going to be an obtuse angle, something larger than 90. So probably not A and C, but let's go ahead and just look. Starting with A, we'll just work our way down and see what they have for us. So A says 70 because 50 plus 20 equals 70. Well, 50 plus 20 equals 70, but where did they get those numbers? I see what they're doing here, and that makes 0 sense. So we've got one line that goes to the 50 or the 130 line, depending on whether you're looking on the inside or the outside. And then you've got another line, the other line that goes to that 20, 160 line. And they think you just add those two, which if you were to want to measure this, so that's what that actually measures. So if I were to draw a line right here, this right here would be 50. So that's 50. And then if I were to draw a line right here, this right here is 20. So if I wanted to add this angle right here and this angle right here, I would get 70, but I don't know why I would want to measure that. I want to measure the inside, not what is left over. So our instincts were correct. That is not what we need. We're looking for something larger than 90. 150 because 130 plus 20 equals 150. Okay, so I've got my 130. So there's my 130 right here. And then I've got 20. Well, here's the problem here. So this 20 right here measures, like I said, something that's outside. We don't need that. And then that 130 measures from 0 all the way over here. So I'm measuring all of this outside plus another chunk outside. So that's going to be too large because we don't need to measure outside twice. 30. Because 160 minus 130 equals 30. So here's my 160, and then here's my 130 right there. And so if I'm measuring my 160, that is all the way on the outside. And then this 130 is all the way on the inside. You see how we're starting from 0, but we shouldn't be starting from 0 because none of these lines go through 0. So that is incorrect. So let us hope and pray our last one is correct because none of these are looking very good. 110 because 160 minus 50 equals 110. Okay, so where's my 160? So here's my 160. I've got all kinds of drawings here, but let's just make our 160 right there. And then I'm going to subtract 50 because you notice how 160 is on the outside and 50 is on the outside. So I am going from 160. So 160 goes all the way from the beginning to right there. But then this 50 takes away this part right here. And that looks great. My answer here is D.